These ducklings are stuck in a pool. Their mama wants to help them, but she's not sure how. One thing's for certain, these little ducks need a rescue. When 10 fluffy ducklings got stuck in a pool, their mama rushed over to help them. Plop! They're following her to the other side so mama can show them how to jump out. They try and try, but they're just too small. Mama duck doesn't know what to do. The little ducklings are kind of scared. But she has another idea. She swims over to the steps. Maybe they can jump out there. Nope, still too high for little ducklings. What will they do now? Suddenly, Mama spots someone with a big blue net getting closer to her babies. He's trying to help, but she thinks he's trying to catch her ducklings. She plops back into the pool and leads them away from the net. The man with the net tries to lift the ducklings out of the pool one by one. But they fall right back into the pool. He tries again and again. But the ducklings want to be with their mama. Wherever mama goes, they go. The man really wants to help, but he doesn't know what else to do. Then, he has an idea. He makes another step out of some rocks. He's hoping it's the right size for the ducklings. But will it work? One, 2, 3, 4. Come on, 5. 5 and 6, 7, 8. There's 9. But there's still one duckling left. He doesn't know if he can do it. Oof! Almost, little quacker. You got this. He wiggles his fluffy feathers and lifts his webby feet. But he falls. He gets back on the rock, and he does it. Now, all 10 ducklings are back together and off to find somewhere else to swim. Because no matter how small they are, or how many rocks they have to climb, a fluffy little duckling never gives up.
Your eyes are opening, little one.
When you were born, you were the tiniest baby bunny ever. That's why we named you Tiny Tim. Your brothers and sisters were a lot bigger than you, and you felt a little left out.
Whoop, Tiny Tim, go back with your friends.
But we knew, with a little extra help, you'd grow up to be just as big. First, we needed you to eat more.
All right, Tiny Tim. Oh, you're the same weight from yesterday.
You were too tiny to get food from your mom. So we fed you by hand.
Tiny Tim, hello, my friend. Let's see if he held on to his weight from yesterday. He was 1.15. Let's pray he's at least that. You're 1.2, Tiny Tim. Okay, let's feed you, Bubba.
The more you ate, the faster you grew.
He's like, thank you for the milk. Okay, Tim, it's your turn for the weigh-in. You ready, buddy? You're so squirmy. Okay, here we go. 3! Yay! Oh my gosh! Good job! He's like, did I do good, guys? Good job! Tim, you're such a big boy now.
Now that you were a little bigger, you wanted to hang out with your brothers and sisters right away. But you still had a little bit more growing up to do.
Poor Tim, he can't get out to be with all his friends.
You weren't going to give up, though. You just kept eating and growing. And one day, you started exploring.
Going in for the win. Tim! Oh my gosh! Tim! How did you do that? Good job, Tiny Tim.
You were ready to play with your big brothers and sisters. But they were so big, they were leaving for families of their own. You were a little sad, but you had someone even bigger to be with. Doodles! Being friends with a big dog like Doodles made everything more fun.
Good boy. Come on. Come on. What do you have there? Huh? Is it a Tiny Tim? Hi, Tim.
Every day was a new adventure. And soon, you weren't the smallest anymore and knew how to be the bigger buddy.
Aww, it's so nice. Oh, dear.
So here you are, Tiny Tim. Except you're not so tiny anymore. You're big now, in all the best ways,
Hi. Hello, I see you.
and ready to take on the world,
You good boy.
no matter how big it is.
Oh, you're so sweet, Tim.
Phoenix is feeling kind of sad. He was found by himself and isn't feeling well. He has a problem with his fur. But we've got you, Phoenix. We're gonna help your fur grow back and make you feel so happy. First, we gotta go to the vet. We'll clean you
Are we dancing?
and give you medicine. It's for your fur, Phoenix. You also have to eat. See? You're hungry. Okay, we're done. Not so bad, right?
Show everyone how beautiful you look now.
Your fur is growing back already.
Oh, handsome dude.
Your fur is better. But something's definitely still wrong. You're still not happy. How can we help, Phoenix?
Phoenix, but that's a little friend.
Wait, we got an emergency call. A kitten needs our help.
Oh, they're tiny.
Ruby's too little and won't eat. You need a toothbrush and a blanket and a tiny bottle.
What's this, Ruby?
Ruby! You're bigger now! And kind of funny. Watch out! Phoenix doesn't really like playing. He's too sad.
That's Phoenix's tail.
Phoenix! Are you licking Ruby? That's very nice. And you're playing. You're happy. And it's all because of you, Ruby. We helped Phoenix's fur grow back and got Ruby to eat. But what you really needed to feel better was a friend. We love you guys.
You are all wrapped up in there. Ronan's a tiny little bat, living with us while we take care of him. He can already hang upside down. But if he wants to fly like his friends, he's gotta get big. So we'll start one milk drop at a time. Tiny little bat mouth, tiny little dropper. He doesn't even take a break, not even for a bath. When he does get tired, we wrap him in a blanket. It's just like his mom's wings. And he's hungry again. Today, we woke up to Ronan doing this. It's almost like he thinks he's ready to fly. But we know he needs to get stronger first. And getting stronger means figuring out how to eat like a bat instead of a baby. He's thinking, why is this milk not going directly in my mouth? That's more like it. It doesn't take long for him to try eating upside down. Okay, you don't have to stick your whole head in there. Still hungry? Hey there, muscle man. A few weeks later, and Ronan's feeling strong. He's grabbing everything in sight. Ronan, don't look now. There is a vampire behind you. And he's hungry again. We can tell Ronan can't wait to fly. He's dancing back and forth and flapping his strong wings. But we don't think he's ready just yet. Not until he takes a break from us and starts playing with actual bats. So far, he's mostly like, a bat? Get me out of here. Ronan, I don't know how to tell you this, but you are a bat. Let's give it a try. Boop. See, you already have so much in common. Now, Ronan fits right in with the other bats. But the one thing he really wants to do is fly. But is he ready? He stretches his muscles, gives a big flap, and... ooh! You can do this, Ronan. He's flying! He's left his bat blanket behind. We'll miss him on our shoulders, but he's where he belongs. Upside down, on his own, with a treehouse of friends and a mouthful of food.
Is that a baby raccoon? When Rocket was just a baby, she got separated from her family. So, Katie decided to rescue her. She took Rocket home. Her plan was to take care of the raccoon for a day or so, until a professional raccoon rescuer could take over. but every single shelter was closed. That's not good. Katie realized she had no choice. Her and her family would have to raise Rocket until they could release her back to the wild. But what do you do with a baby raccoon? First things first, food. They tried to feed her like a baby, with kitten milk in a tiny bottle. They probably didn't have raccoon milk at the store. But Rocket didn't want to drink from the bottle. If she didn't eat soon, she'd be in trouble. So, Katie took a stuffed toy and soaked it with milk. Maybe Rocket would chew the toy and get the milk. She's eating. Weird way to feed a raccoon, but it definitely worked. Soon, she even learned to eat real food. She was like a member of the family. Life was good. But Katie knew that Rocket couldn't stay inside forever. She had to get the little raccoon ready to live in the wild. So, it was time for raccoon practice.
Oh, good job.
Like digging for bugs in the dirt. I think they'll eat like worms and stuff, I know that. And climbing trees. Come on, Rocket, you can do it. Anyway, this is what you were made for. Whoop. She's still hanging on. And practicing fishing. It seemed like Rocket had gotten the hang of being a raccoon. But she was so used to people. Could she really live on her own outside? There was only one way to find out. Katie and her family let Rocket outside by herself. They weren't sure if it was goodbye or goodbye forever. But that night, Katie looked out at her backyard and saw two glowing eyes peeking back at her from a tree. Rocket had made herself a home right in Katie's backyard. Now they see each other almost every day, sometimes in very strange places. I'm not really sure how she got up there. Even though she knew how to live outside, Rocket didn't really want to go far, especially when she could just eat dinner at home. She even plays with Katie's dogs and shares treats with them. I think that is really cool. You see like two totally different species of animals and they're just like best friends. How often do you get to see a raccoon playing with dogs? When Katie first found her, Rocket was all on her own. And now she's got the best raccoon life. Like she can bounce from two different houses whenever she wants. That raccoon doesn't have anything to not be happy about. Pretty good life.
Hey, little guy, do you know what you are? You're a baby seagull who left his nest and got lost. But you found your way to us and didn't want to leave until you were big enough to fly. So we fed you by hand, just like your mom would.
Ow.
Until you figured out you could eat anything you wanted.
You got a wood louse. Wow.
We didn't know how long it would take for you to fly. But every day, you did something new.
Wait, 1 second. Ah!
And got really good at squawking. And after 1 week, you started talking to other seagulls. It was like you were saying, "Wait for me, I'll be flying with you soon." After 2 weeks, you were demanding people food. That's a pretty grown-up seagull thing to do.
Oh.
Hey, that's not food. After 4 weeks, your fluffy baby feathers had fallen off. You were so much bigger. And you started acting big. You like to swim, eat big fish, stare down cats, and one day you did something really big. You started to flap. Maybe you were scared at first, but we knew you could do it. And so did they. So we gave you a count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
You flew! So clever.
You were doing so good. Oh, geez. Well, no one ever said flying was easy. 6 weeks later, it was time. You needed to leave our small backyard and fly in wide open spaces with the other big seagulls who'd been waiting for you. We knew we'd miss you so much. You were our fluffy little guy. But you were ready to fly as the big seagull we always knew you'd be.
What is that? I honestly don't know. Looks like some sort of a lizard. But whatever it is, it's tiny. This poor baby animal was rescued from a pond. Calvin and Ruth spotted him and pulled him to safety. They wanted to reunite him with his mom, but she was nowhere to be found. Which means Calvin and Rue are about to become parents to a mystery animal. Well, at first I thought it was a very tiny baby squirrel. Then I realized squirrels aren't that small when they're newborn. Then I thought it was a mouse. I just saw the big bulky eyes, so I thought it was a chameleon. But lizards don't have fur, so how could it be a lizard? Calvin and Rue decided to bring him home with them. They got him formula or milk or something they could feed their tiny new friend. He was so hungry. He probably hadn't eaten in a long time. Wait a second. That's a baby rat. I've honestly never seen a baby rat before. He's so cute. Since he was going to be staying with them for a while, they needed to give him a name. They decided on Nezumi, or Umi for short. That means rat in Japanese. Appropriate. It wasn't easy taking care of such a young animal. Umi's new parents had to be very gentle with him. He's so small. He could get hurt so easily. They fed him a lot, cared for him, and gave him tons of love. Little by little, Umi got bigger and started getting used to living in a house. Before they knew it, Umi felt right at home. Calvin and Rue didn't worry about Umi getting hurt anymore. Instead, they worried about him acting, well, kind of sneaky. Because Umi loves to steal pretty much everything.
No.
And if he can't steal it, he might burrow into it.
Umi, what are you doing here? No.
And they can't just keep their stuff on shelves out of reach, because Umi's a very good climber. He can go almost anywhere, like right up the walls. They tried to give him treats to keep him from being sneaky, but sometimes Umi's a picky eater. He's kind of a handful. But whenever Umi's parents need a hug, Umi's always there to try and make them feel better. He's a little rat with a big heart. Umi can be pretty naughty, but his new family loves him so much. Rats like Umi are smart, loving, and sometimes a little sneaky. But they're also the best friend you could ask for.
Lundy's a teeny tiny itty bitty dog. And Herman's his pigeon. Lundy is so small, Herman used to think he was a bird like him. A little baby bird who just hatched from an egg. Until Lundy barked and was like, "Hey, I'm a dog." And I guess Herman thought that was pretty funny, because they've been side by side ever since. Herman and Lundy live in a very special place. A huge house with an animal rescuer. It's a place for animals who need a little extra help. Herman is a pigeon who can't fly. When he was really little, he was found outside. Someone spotted him sitting in the same place for days, until the animal rescuer came and brought him inside. It didn't take long until he found a perfect nest. Lundy's bed. Lundy was rescued because he was having trouble walking. So for now, he scoots like this. Little dog coming through. They were the perfect match. Herman loved having someone to snuggle with, and Lundy didn't mind being sat on. When you're so small, it's good to have someone in your corner. They help each other feel better. Lundy needs a lot of help learning to walk. He does exercises to make his legs stronger. He even has a walking cart that was built just for him, and he practices every day. In order to get better, he needs to go one puppy step at a time, with lots of breaks for food. Herman is there every step of the way. Having Herman cheer him on helps Lundy feel like he can do it. And Herman loves helping Lundy. He's happy to have someone to look out for. Herman and Lundy spend almost every day together. After Lundy does his exercises, the nest is a perfect place to hang out, even when Herman sits on Lundy like he's an egg. He gives Herman a little lick to say thank you for your help. They spend some time outside and then have lunch together. After that, it's time to play with their friends. Well, Lundy plays, Herman just likes to watch. In the afternoons, they go for walks outside in their special wagon. Or bus? All aboard! After playtime, they both like a nice long head rub from their mom. Oh yeah, right there! They always have the best time, except when Lundy chews on Herman. And Herman's like, "Lundy, we talked about this, remember?" "Sorry, Herman, I forgot." As a pigeon who can't fly, and a dog that can't walk, they'll always need to do things their way. But you don't need to be able to fly or to walk to be best animal friends.
Dodo Kids.
Help the kittens find the subscribe button.